go. Come on, something. Come on. Ah! Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of fun.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
There are few who possess the sheer passion for prime cuts that tonight's veteran challenger does. The unorthodox Eduardo looks to lead his squad to meaty glory. His challenger is a rookie, shrouded in mystery. A high-powered freshman looking to make the ultimate primetime statement. Eduardo leads his sirloins to battle versus McDonut and his delivery boys. This is Match of the Week.
1. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Cross-Platform Baseball League Match of the Week. My name is Dwayne. I'm co-commissioner of this league, and I'll be handling the play-by-play for you guys this evening. And with me tonight in the booth for the first time, we have fan favorite, fellow streamer, community member, XBL veteran, and SMB legend, ThisIsEduardo. Welcome in, BK. How you feeling tonight?
Fantastic, Dwayne. Thanks for inviting me into the booth with you, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there in the chat.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all our dads, all our XBL fans, all our XBL dads out there. I hope you all are having a great day, and we have a great slate of games here for you tonight. We're going to be starting off with our AAA, which is played on 83 Ego, 90 everything else for fielding, pitching, and base running. So we have on feature tonight the Kansas City Sirloins, headed by ThisIsEduardo, versus the Charlotte Delivery Boys, headed by McDonut. And these two players are both above 500 right now, looking to get a big pair of wins to jumpstart their season. And I think that tonight is going to be a good showing for them on prime time to be able to really show their stuff. What do you think, BK, of the matchup we have here?
Yeah, we got a food matchup tonight, man. So we'll see who's going to take it. Yeah, if you're a longtime pennant race player like me from Super Mega Baseball 2, you know Eduardo by now, probably the most famous Sirloins user out there. Pretty unorthodox player, but you'll be looking for him to bunt some people over, some pitching, high curveballs. Got to look out for that. We'll see who gets the mound tonight, but he can also get into one too, so you got to watch out for him to hit one over the fence. And then McDonut, with being a new member this year, we'll see what he brings to the table. He's going with a all 3-bar approach except for the bullpen. He's got 5 bars in bullpen, so it's going to be bullpen beasts versus speed demons, actually, with Eduardo Sirloin. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, very, very interesting to see how that goes. Like you said, the bullpen beasts against the speed demons. McDonut scoring a fair bit of runs already. I think in his track record to his way to 4-3, and Eduardo at 3-1. Like I said, both these guys looking to jumpstart their season. So without further ado, we're going to bring the game to you guys. Thank you for joining us here on the pregame. We'll see you in just a few minutes as we have the players queue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are loading into the Motor Yard for game number 1. The home of McDonut and his 4-3 Charlotte Delivery Boys. Like we said during the pregame, that bullpen beast going up the speed demons of Eduardo Sirloins.
Yeah, pretty overcast day here at Motor Yard tonight. We'll see how the ball's going to fly tonight.
Yeah, like we said, McDonut trying to put a charge into one. He scored a good fair few runs, but Eduardo with that pitching first approach is going to be tough to get around. He's going to have his chance to hit, though, to start things off in the top of the first with Lloyd Cook against Bacon Bits, the starter for McDonut.
Really love these roster names on McDonut's team.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the whole pizza theme is very, very exciting. Looks like he's got a little bit of a uniform glitch error going on, so there's some mixing and matching going. Lloyd Cook is ahead in the count, 3-1 to start this off. He hits that one lightly to right field. It looks like Anchovies is going to make that catch easily for out number 1, bringing up the legend Hammer Long Ball out.
Yeah, potentially the scariest hitter in Super Mega Baseball.
Yeah, let's see how Eduardo chooses to approach this. Taking a ball outside with the first pitch and then fouling one away.
Notice Bacon Bits has the cutter, the curve, and the change too. Great pitches to have.
Yes, good selection here for Bacon Bits. As he's behind in the count against Hammerlong Ballo, and he hits that deep to center field. I think that might have the distance, and that is a great start for the Sirloins as Hammerlong Ballo and Eduardo get ahead 1-0.
Long Ballo doing his thing, man. Can't say I'm surprised. Early 1-0 lead for the Sirloins.
Yeah, we talked about the hitting of McDonut, and we didn't talk quite as much about the hitting of Eduardo, but you said specifically that he will run into one. He'll show that power once in a while, and he's coming out here on Match of the Week early.
Stanza, another dangerous hitter here too. Got to be careful.
Yeah, she has the outside pitch trait in this league, just like she does in Pennant Race. Getting ahead again is Eduardo, working a good eye early. She hits that hard to right field, but Anchovies again there to make the catch. So 2 outs, bringing up Boomer Carton. That curveball was hung, but it's hit over to Jalapeno, who gathers it up easily, tosses it to Sausage at first for out number 3. And now the delivery boys will have their chance to hit, but not before Eduardo gets ahead 1-0 on the back of that home run from Hammerlong Ballo.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. So we'll see if he can hold down the lead here. And Manny K's scary, scary pitcher here. So good man to do it.
Yeah, the ace on the hill for the Sirloins. The man Eduardo definitely wanted here in this game. Already got himself the lead. The 1-2 pitch is swung at, hit over to Lloyd Quick at second base. He tosses it to Cat Stanza at first. And that'll be out number 1. Here comes the right fielder, Anchovies.
Love the repertoire on Manny too. Going by the XBL rulebook, adding a cutter to his selection there. Very nice.
Yeah, who says Manny can't learn a new pitch, and Eduardo will utilize that cutter well, as he's known for. Another ball's hit it pretty softly over to Cook at second. Makes another good throw over to Cat Stanza at first. So 2 quick outs in favor of the Sirloins. The delivery boys looking to get something started with 2 outs.
With the inside pitch on the first pitch there, you got to be careful.
Ooh, and good eye here from McDonut to get ahead 3-0. He swings at the 3-0 pitch. It's a curveball, and it's lifted to center field. Damian Rush makes the catch. And there'll be no damage there for the Sirloins as we head to the top of the second inning. 5, 6, 7 coming up.
Yeah, pretty good approach from McDonut there. Manny K's just doing his thing, though.
Yeah, working well so far is Eduardo. Bacon Bits with 15 pitches already. First pitch is hit hard, but Matzi Cheese makes the dive over at shortstop. Great play by McDonut there in the infield to prevent a hit.
Yeah, quick to get up from his knees and just throw out the fast runner there. Great job.
Willard Wiggins swings at the first pitch, and there's Matzi Cheese again. Throws it over to Sausage at first. 2 quick outs. Good start to the second inning for the delivery boys.
Making it look easy at short.
Good fastball there, taken by Rush. Now he's behind in the count after a foul ball. Let's see how McDonut approaches this 2-strike pitch. It's a changeup, fouled away. Ooh, and painting the corner is McDonut. A great fastball there for out number 3. Gets him looking.
Yeah, not much you can do there. Just caught looking. 2 good fastballs go right by him.
Yeah, Eduardo frozen by those, perhaps. Just great location. Got to pitch tightly in this league. Anyone's going to be able to mash one of those mistakes. And Sausage with the low pitch drills one. So hard to Tish ball in left field, but nothing comes out of it besides a flyout. Out number 1.
Man, that was crushed. Just not enough height on it, though.
You can see already the danger in McDonut's bat as he hits another one hard. Stinger to shortstop. 2 quick outs, but very, very hard hit baseballs. He swings at the next pitch. It's lifted to right. Ooh, and it's off the glove of Ballo. So McDonut fortunate there not to end the inning and get the runner at first base with 2 outs for Bell Pepper.
Yeah, definitely being really aggressive here. We'll see if he can get him around.
192 average for Bell Pepper. She hits that one, though, up the middle. Nicely done by McDonut. Gets good wood on it, and he has 2 runners on with 2 outs. The left fielder, Ham Slice, gets his chance against Manny Kays. Looks at the cutter over the inside portion of the plate for a strike. And he hits that one, fortunately, over to Kat Stanza. She's going to take herself to first base for out number 3. So no damage there. Done by the delivery boys. The Sirloins get out of a little bit of a jam. We move to the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, scraped out 2 hits there. You got to be feeling pretty good about that. Well, see if you can do some damage next time. Manny's tough, though.
Yeah, you could see that he was hitting those balls hard, like I said, on those first couple outs. Eduardo swings at the first pitch with Tish ball, and Monty Cheese makes the throw over to first base. Just beats it there. Be out number 1.
And now we get to see Manny do his thing at the plate.
Yeah, still on neutral mojo, so those hitting stats pretty much at the base level. Maybe a little bit boosted, perhaps, actually, it looks like. We got Spicy Jalapeno gathering up the grounder, though, easily for out number 2. And Lloyd Cook with power versus righties.
McDonut also sporting a bullpen beast team, so don't be hesitant to see if he goes to that bullpen early if he gets in trouble.
Yeah, that was a good point. He could get in there to either in the 4th or 5th inning, depending on how things go. He's going to want his offense to wake up to help out Bacon Bits a little bit. As Eduardo lines out there for out number 3, so no runs scored there since the first inning. 1-0 in favor of Eduardo and his Sirloins as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch, swung on by the pitcher. Nice play by Willard Wiggins. And that'll bring up Spicy Jalapeno after the first out, made easily on the ground out to short. Swinging at the first pitch is Jalapeno, and Damian Rush is going to be there to gather it up for out number 2 in center field. They'll bring up Anchovies, who's already 0 for 1 tonight. Ooh, good curveball from Eduardo to start the at-bat, strike 1.
Another good one.
Ooh, and then the high heater gets him swinging out number 3, 98 miles an hour. Just up above the strike zone. Well done by Eduardo to set that one up. 2 expert curveballs to paint. And the high cheese gets him. We'll head to the bottom, or top of the 4th. Hammer Longbalo coming up already 1 for 1 with the difference maker right now. That homer in the 1st.
Yeah, you can tell McDonut loves to hit. Had heard he had put up some pretty good numbers in his last few games, hitting 10 runs or more. So definitely tell the aggressivity is there.
Absolutely. And Eduardo gets into one again. He hits it hard, and the second baseman's able to dive, but not quite get there as that ball bounces off their glove. So Longbalo reaches first base. The outside pitch is engaged for Stanza. I think Bell Pepper's going to be able to gather that one, though. It was hit hard to center field. But it'll be a fly out. A fortunate first out for the delivery boys there.
It's like a mojo boost for him.
Yeah, Bacon Bits is locked in. He gave up the homer in the 1st, but he's been cruising a little bit since then. Let's see if McDonut works for that ground ball, maybe tries to set up a double play. 1-1.
Wondering if Eduardo will go with a bunt approach here. We all know he's famous for that.
That is a good point. He's being patient. Now he's got 2 strikes, so perhaps just hunting. He steals. Slice is just going to make the play at first base, allow the runner to get the second. So the fielder's choice produces an out. And now Preston Anonymous has an opportunity with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Swings at the first pitch, hits it hard to Monty Cheese, gathers it up for the ground out, throws it over to first. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. No damage done by the Sirloins there. Score still 1-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't get him around there, but it was definitely a better call to go with the steal besides the bunt with 1 out. So good call there by Eduardo.
Outside.
Ground beef with his inside pitch, hunting for something to hit. Ooh, 99 power. McDonut just misses that one, hits it foul. 2-1 count. Swings at that one early, so the count is even now at 2-2. Manny K is locked in for Eduardo. McDonut's going to hit that one up the chute. Starts off the inning with a leadoff single.
Oh, and loses it right away, too.
Yeah, nicely done. Waiting on the breaking ball by McDonut to hit it hard. Just get on base.
That's down.
Now Ian Sausage is at the plate, low pitch and a ton of power. Probably looking to golf one.
Strike.
High curveball from Ed, clips the zone.
Strike.
Wicked curve or cutter. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe McDonut just a bit frozen, and that one swung on, maybe a bit outside the zone, but nice contact there by McDonut to get the hit. Goes first to third with the man at first base. So first and third situation, no outs for Anita Slice, who's got also a ton of power.
Strike.
Yeah, not really sure if he's accustomed to stealing the bases there, but you got to be careful if you were to try with that catcher's arm behind the plate.
Yeah, not a lot of speed, but a good jump could be dangerous. Eduardo's cadence moving pretty quickly, so we already see McDonut ahead in the count, and he works a walk, so the bases are juiced for Matzi Cheese, the shortstop, who's already 1 for 1 with a single. Not a lot of power, but McDonut could find a hit, find something in the grass, could produce possibly more than 1 run. That one is hit to center field. That might be a sac fly opportunity. Damian Rush's arm not that strong, makes the third at home plate, but the speed just enough to get in there by McDonut, and we have our game tied up at 1-1.
Yeah, great job with the lefty on lefty matchup there too.
Ooh, we see a bunt from McDonut. He moves the runners over with 1 out. Good sacrifice. And now Ham Slice with runners at second and third, the 8-hole hitter will be trying to get a hit. Big RBI opportunity. Willard Wiggins, though, is able to gather that up. That was a hanging breaking ball just missed by McDonut. And we'll head to the top of the 5th. Eduardo perhaps a bit fortunate to escape out of that with only 1 run given up.
Yeah, McDonut definitely put him in a good position there. But, you know, Eduardo's pitching, just getting it done.
You'll see Bacon Bits. Just missed there with the fastball. Now behind in the count against Willard Wiggins, 2-0. That changeup swung on. Spicy Jalapeno makes the play at second, though. Tosses at the Sausage for the out. And we'll see Damian Rush get another opportunity here to hit. Sirloin center fielder hits it over to shortstop. Matzi Cheese makes the easy play. And another quick ground out for the Sirloins. Only 2 hits coming off the bat so far of Hammer Long Ballo for Eduardo.
Yeah, and only 42 pitches to this point, so pretty effective and pretty efficient.
Ooh, and just as we say that, that one's snuck into the gap. Tish Ballin's got good speed, so Eduardo's going to stretch that easily into a double. And now he's got a 2-out opportunity with the runner in scoring position. Let's see if he lifts Manny K's. It's getting a bit towards the middle of this game, but it's only the top of the 5th, so Eduardo known for leaving that starter in for quite a long time, usually. As Case swings it, that one, it's through the hole. That actually might produce a run. Chovy's is going to throw it to home plate, and just beating it is Tish Ballin. So we see the run score off the bat of Manny K's. I spoke too soon about pinch hitting for him.
What a job. And he makes it to second, too. Unbelievable.
Yeah, heads up base running by Eduardo to get behind the play there. Sneak Manny K's in the scoring position. Now he has the top of his order up. And a man on with 2 outs.
And Eduardo, he's featuring the 2-bar bullpen, I believe. So he's definitely going to, I'm sure, keep his starter in as long as he can. That one is dove by the first baseman for out number 3.
Yeah, it was a nice play there. Good reaction to prevent any more damage by McDonut. And we'll see him with a chance to hit with Bacon Bits. And I think we will see the pitcher get lifted. That 5-bar bullpen's going to see some action heading into the 6th. Ricotta, the pinch hitter, chosen off the bench. Let's see if he can get on base. That one's hit up the middle. Diving play by Lloyd Cook, but he can't quite get there. So he does get on base. Ricotta, the pinch hitter. And we'll see the lineup turn over for Spicy Jalapeno. McDonut trying to get back that run that was scored last inning.
Yeah, good decision to pull him there. Very curious to see what the bullpen looks like for him.
Ooh, the runner goes. Ricotta's going to get in there easily, though. Great jump from the delivery boy at first base. Now Jalapeno has that runner in scoring position with no outs. Looking to make contact. He hits that one into the left center field gap, but it's lifted. I think there will be enough speed. Oh, and it's dropped or missed by Tish Ballin and left. And a blunder there by Eduardo allows the runner to reach. And Anchovies will hit now. The runner's still at first and second. The McDonut, a bit confused, perhaps thought Eduardo would catch that, obviously. But a good...
Yeah, he did the right thing though.
Yes, he did. And he's going to see a bunt again from Anchovies. So McDonut not afraid to drop it down and try and get those runners over. You see he's really got an eye for manufacturing runs. A bunch of speed on the bases. He goes for the sacrifice again, and it's well placed. The only play Manny Case can make is at first base, and now ground beat with inside pitch. And some good power will step in.
This is what the number 3 hitter is made for.
Yeah, we might see Eduardo try to get McDonut to bite on something on the intentional wall. Ooh, he clips the zone there with a fastball. But McDonut not biting. It's 3-1 the count. And ground beef will take that one. For ball number 4, and the bases are loaded for Ian Sausage, the first baseman, is 1 for 2 already with a single.
Yeah, that was a great curve at the top there. Just missed, but a great eye by McDonut.
And he just misses that one. He hit it about sideways. Perhaps his eyes as big as the moon there. But anyway, the count now 2-2. Ian Sausage looking to get one of these runners in at least, as the count runs full. And Eduardo walks in a run. McDonut will not bite. What an eye we're seeing from him.
Yeah, not really what you want to see there from Eduardo.
Bases continue to be loaded for Anita Slice now, who's got a ton of power. She hits that one over to Wiggins at short. He throws it to home. He cannot get there, and she's going to be safe at first. So all Eduardo had to do was go for the 6-4-3 double play, but he ends up allowing the run to score and the inning to continue with 1 out.
Yeah, I can understand the over-anxious there, but you gotta do the right thing. Just take the out at second, go for the first one too.
Yeah, big sense of urgency from Eduardo there, but tough at double play depth to get that throw all the way to home plate for sure. The count now 2-2 to the batter. McDonut lifts it behind shortstop. Wiggins is going to be able to make the catch there. Nobody able to tag up as the Papa is of the shallow nature. We'll see Bell Pepper with 2 outs, 1 for 1 tonight. Try and perhaps scratch another one of these runners across. That one's hit hard in the left center field. It's going to be caught though by Tish Fallen for out number 3, but not before the delivery boys score 2 runs and take the lead back. It is 3-2 heading into the top of the 6th. Here comes this 5-bar bullpen.
Parmesan
coming in.
Oh, always a must on your pizza.
I have to assume she has high velo. Oh, she's got the high velo for the high cheese, old Parmesan.
It looks like every pitch is going to be moving the same way too.
Yeah, interesting setup here from McDonut on Pam. You can see though he's had success with her already in this season, 1.76 ERA, as she gets ahead in the count on Hammer Longballo. That one shears him off. Pam makes the play in front of the mound, throws it over to first, easily for out number 1. Here's Costanza with outside pitch.
Escaping the K-Dud there too. Pretty good job just to get back to the mound.
Yeah, an interesting balance with K-Dud and Composed on Parmesan. That one was snuck off the hands there by Costanza. Eduardo, a good piece of hitting, gets the runner on with 1 out. And we'll see Boomer Cartone come up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Eduardo's going to want to try and bite back. These two getting a little bit back and forth as this game goes on. That one's lifted, though, by Boomer. Matzi Cheese makes the play behind shortstop, out number 2. And we'll see Preston Adonimus step in. He's batting .389, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. Eduardo looking for some success with the catcher. Nice screwball to start him off. There goes the runner. Great jump, gets in there easily.
Good job for an opportunity to tie the game here.
Eduardo looking for that 2-out hit. He just misses that. Here comes the changeup, and it's hit on the ground over to Sausage at first. He'll toss it to the pitcher. Pam there makes the play. Always gets a little bit sketchy with the fielding of the pitcher. Makes your heart stop when that throw goes over, but the 3rd out is made, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The lead still remains at 3-2 in favor of the delivery boys. Manny's getting tired. Oh, and as I say that, 99 power, that one stroked to right center field. Will it find... Oh, it's over the fence. I thought it was going to hit the wall there for a second, but it didn't quite have enough curve. McDonut on prime time tonight showing some power with ham slice. I think the 8-hole hitter getting one there. Nice solo shot.
Yeah, 430 right next to the bro boom, right in the magnetic corner of Motor Yard.
Yeah, that one was crushed. It just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. And Pam's going to get a chance to hit here.
That's inside.
The relief specialist. Perhaps her first at-bat of the year.
Strike.
Behind in the count, 2-1.
No, that's low.
Eduardo misses.
No.
And the 80th pitch from Kays runs the count full. Parmesan swings, but the shallow outfield is able to get there. That almost got over Damian Rush's head. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, a little scary though, but I like the play of playing shallow in on the pitcher. Good job.
Yeah, definitely a heads-up play by Eduardo there. Not often that hit's going to have the guts to get over the head of your center fielder. That one's hit up the middle there by Spicy Jalapeno to keep the inning moving here with 1 out. Runner on first for Anchovies, who had the sacrifice her last time up.
Number 27. Strike.
And Manny feeling tense here. You wonder how long he'll leave him out there.
Ooh, and the pickoff is successful. McDonut just hung out to dry there. Just sends the runner all the way through. Eduardo gets the throw over to second base. Nicely done to pick him off. Anchovy swings at that one. Outside pitch. Damian Rush is able to gather it up as that one had a little bit of air underneath of it. And we'll head to the top of the 7th inning. The score still in favor of these delivery boys after the home run, 4-2.
Yeah, doubling that amount there, separating himself from Eduardo. See if he can add on any more and hold it down.
Here's Willard Wiggins. Starts him off with the screwball, sends another one in there. Gets him check swinging for strike 1, and then Willard hits one off the hands. Another nice piece of hitting by Eduardo to get on base. Starts the inning with the leadoff single.
Yeah, that one just scraped right through the pitcher mound.
Parmesan on her 16th pitch. Still got some gas left in the tank for sure. Let's see how McDonut navigates this one. As the runner goes, Willard Wiggins is going to get in there by a mile. Some great jumps we're seeing here from both players on the base paths. You can tell both of them just focused on, the hitter at the plate and the runners that are around just not quite being paid attention to. As that one's hit to the pitcher, and that'll be an easy play for out number 1. The runner will get the third base, though.
Yeah, now you're just looking for any kind of ball in play to get him home.
Eduardo shows bunt, but that one nowhere near the strike zone.
Outside.
He might try and squeeze one in,
Inside.
but now he's ahead in the count 3-0.
Strike.
Oof. Fastball just missed. That one, though, not missed. Nice piece of hitting by Eduardo again to get one right up the chute. And that'll bring a run home. The score now 4-3, deficit cut in half.
Very good job there. But let's see. Oh, looks like Manny's finally going to be taken out. We'll see. Got some speed on first. You might want a pinch hitter to bring him in. Looks like we will. Mixed steal.
Off the plate.
Yeah, mixed steal with some good power, good contact, so Eduardo could jump on one here. Looking to add on to the run that's already scored this inning. That one's hit into the gap by mixed steal. It's going to get down. Bell Pepper's chasing after her, but she can't cut it off. That will bring the run home, and Steele's going to get into second safely with a stand-up double. The game is now tied at 4-4. Here comes Eduardo here in the top of the 7th.
Love the move there. And now we finally get to see that famous Sirloin's bullpen.
Yeah, the famous Sirloin bullpen containing Shea Diaz. That one is hit and low in the strike zone by Lloyd Cook. That'll bring a run home. Decent speed on mixed steal. And again, Eduardo trailing behind the play will get the runner to second base. Runner in scoring position, and the lead now in favor of the Sirloins. You can tell he's hungry. Swings at the first pitch again. There goes Cook for third. He's going to head back to second. Ooh, and he's saved.
Just barely.
That was a close play, really. Just by the skin of his teeth getting in there. That one is hit to center field. Will Bell Pepper be able to get there? She slides and makes the play. Eduardo safely gets back to second. Smart not to send the runner all the way there. McDonut with decent speed on that center fielder.
No, outside.
He's got a 2-out opportunity, though, to try and bring another run home after he's taken the lead in this game. And that's hit up the middle by Stanza. Bell Pepper's going to throw it home. She's got a great arm. Eduardo will not challenge with Cook. He'll head back to third base.
Probably the smart thing to do there. I was just thinking too, with Cat Stanza, you got to be careful on the outside with that trait. But of course, throws one in, knocks it through the center.
Wood swinging on the first pitch. Eduardo just missing that perhaps. Gets soft contact. Fortunate for the delivery boys to get out of that one. But not before 3 runs across the plate. And Eduardo takes back the lead. We're heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch, everybody. The score now 5-4 in favor of the Kansas City Sirloins.
And you know her, you love her, Shady.
Yeah, here comes Shady. Another well-timed swing by McDonut, but he misses the fastball. Just let's go with that power score at a very, very good clip. Ooh, and he just looks at that one. That pitch clipping the outside corner. Nicely done from Eduardo. That expert control coming into play.
Yeah, wicked cutter there for strike 3.
Big, big strikeout to start this inning with the reliever Shady. Her 7th pitch coming in. And that one is crushed to left. But it might not have the legs. Tish Baldwin gets there in front of the warning track. And that'll be out number 2. Here comes Anita Slice with 2 outs.
I think we all need a slice sometimes.
Indeed we do. I could take one right now. In fact, I did have a couple before the game. Behind in the count, she swings at that one low. Grounds it to Wiggins over at short. He'll make the play. So the delivery boys held scoreless in the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th. And the lead in favor of the Sirloins, Eduardo is looking to add.
Yeah, tight-knit game here. Not much time left. Just 2 more innings. And Eduardo, he's the away team. Okay, so we'll see if he can hold it down here for 2 more.
Yeah, that one first pitch swinging. Hits it hard, but Bell Pepper makes the play in center field for out number 1. Brings up Willard Wiggins, the shortstop. Willard coming up against Pineapple, the fresh reliever out of the bullpen. Another decent setup of stats on him. A 0 ERA so far this season. Perhaps not quite a lot of work. That one's hit hard to short. Monty Cheese makes the diving play. 99 throw, but cannot get there in time to get Wiggins at first. Just too much speed for him there. Eduardo with those speed demons probably has a pretty good spread, as you can see with Wiggins at first.
Yeah, good effort there, but now you got to be really careful with the stealer on first here.
Rush is tense at the plate. You really got to be mindful of Eduardo there, but Rush gets into one. Tense or not, he hits it hard. Right up the middle. And now there's 2 runners on. The Sirloins are continuing to look dangerous late in this ball game. Let's see how he uses Tish Ballin here. There go the runners, the double steal, and they're in by a mile. Well done by Eduardo to just push those runners along.
Yeah, what a job. Well, we see a squeeze.
Ooh, and a failed squeeze attempt by Eduardo. Ooh, and he diddles, and he gets home. Broadens the lead to 6-4. McDonut just snapping the throw to first a little too quickly. Have to look that runner back for sure. You'd rather concede him at first in a situation like that. Oh, and the throw gets away after the diving play. No! And what is bad has just gotten worse for the delivery boys. The lead now 7-4 with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. And mercifully, Lloyd Cook lines that one to shortstop for out number 3. But not before some runs get across, 1 scoring on the error. And we head to the bottom of the 8th.
You hate to see it, but still some time left in this game to recover.
Yeah, absolutely. As he swings at that one, Wiggins makes a great diving play, but too much speed on the runner there. McDonut starts himself off here with a good hit in this bottom of the 8th inning. Like we said earlier, these two back and forth. As that's another one hit up the middle. McDonut's getting his runners on base now. The tying run's actually going to step into the plate just that quickly with no outs.
Yeah, you're still seeing that aggressive approach here from McDonut, and nobody out, and one goes to the fence here from Ham. I think he already hit one before, but that one's lifted to center.
Yeah, it should be an easy play for Damian Rush, so fortunately nothing off the bat of Ham slice there for the Sirloins. Now Pineapple's going to get a chance. We will see a pinch hitter. Let's see who's coming up. It's the power-hitting stuffed crust, the righty against the lefty. Shady's still working. Pitch count approaching 20. Good curveball from Ed there. K-Man activates. And clipping the bottom of the zone. McDonut not biting on that fastball. Gets him looking. That's going to be a big out for number 2 for Eduardo here.
Being one of the hardest pitches to hit. That one was filthy.
Absolutely filthy. And that's a nice piece of hitting there with 2 outs from McDonut to get that runner to first base, move everybody over, and load the bases for Anchovies. She's 0 for 3, though, tonight.
Ball inside.
Shining moment here.
Yeah, looking to run into one perhaps is McDonut. He's being careful. Gets ahead in the count, 2-1. That's ball number 3. Eduardo has to make a pitch here. And he walks in another run in this game. We've seen it twice now. The lead shortens to 7-5.
And back to the number 3 hitter once again. Bases juiced.
Yeah, a lot of danger in the batted ground beef. McDonut has to approach this at bat with some patience. But he gets behind. Good pitches from Eduardo. Fouls one away, 1-2. Just getting enough wood on that fastball. That one is hit hard up the middle.
There it is.
2 runs. Here they come across the plate. The game is tied. The delivery boys rally with 2 outs here. Coming back from the blunder last inning. What a game we are seeing here, folks.
Man, phenomenal job by the number 3 hitter there. That's what you pay him for.
Absolutely. What poise from McDonut here in this game to come back. And poise from Eduardo to take the lead. These two are just trading absolutely great showings of baseball. And that one gets past the glove of Hammer Lombolo and right. That'll score 2. The hitter gets to second base. And now the lead is in favor of the delivery boys after the ball sneaks under Hammer's glove out there.
You hate to see it. Now, looking for a save opportunity with the closer, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, but maybe not, as he might just try and stretch this lead out of a save opportunity. Fortunately, though, Eduardo keeps him at first and third. Here's Matzi Cheese, who's 2 for 3. Shady getting ran into the ground, that ERA, raising. The whip at 2.24. And that one's hit to center field. That could be a way out of this inning. Rush camps out underneath it for out number 3, but not before. The delivery boys rally for 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if he can get 3 more outs in the top of the 9th. 9-7 the lead.
Man, what a comeback. Now, fortunately, doesn't have... maybe he might not have to bat in the 9th inning. So we'll see if he can close it down here.
We've seen enough comeback potential out of these two, though, to not be quite so sure what's going to happen next. Eduardo hits that one, though, swinging at the first pitch with Hammer. It's going to be out number 1. Not what you want to see out of your big bat. Check swing from Stanza. It's Thin Crust, the closing pitcher, and specialist getting the nod. Going up against the lefty right now, though. That one's hit over to second base. Jalapeno gathers it for out number 2. And now 1 out away from their first win on prime time are the delivery boys. Let's see if Thin Crust can get it. Boomer Cartones at the plate.
That's inside.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah, tough call there. Eduardo getting ahead in the count, being selective. Check swings at that one way low. Here comes the changeup. Taken by Eduardo. That one misses. So that'll be a 2-out walk. Keeps the game alive. And the tying run steps into the box in the form of Preston Anonymous. That one's hit to left in foul territory. Ham slice, not enough speed to get there. Can't make a play. 0-1 the count. That one is hit to center field. That's going to find some grass. So the inning continues again. Eduardo's going to try and stretch it. Ooh, no. Heads back to second base. Good conservative move there. Brings up the locked-in Wiggins.
Now you're looking at the go-ahead run at the plate. This is a scary one.
Indeed, and Thin Crust at 10 pitches. You know those closers with a little bit of a less stamina than every other pitcher in the bullpen. So we will see how far he might have to stretch. That one is hit up the middle. That might score a run and at least shave the lead in half. The throw to home not in time, so it is 9-8. Bringing up Damian Rush.
Unbelievable job. Does he have one more in him?
He might. This is getting extremely tense here. There's 2 outs now, 4 bars of pressure. tons of speed on the base paths. Anything that might find a gap could give Eduardo the lead, and anything that's, you know, not a hit will end the game. So this is it here. He's gonna go with
Probably.
Javier Cortez.
Yep, looking for the lefty hitter there against the specialist.
Great fastball from McDonut to start the at bat, though. Good eye from Eduardo. Evens it at 1-1. Changeup misses. McDonut trying to select his pitch. Here comes the changeup. It's lifted behind short. Matzi Cheese ranges back, makes the play for out number 3. And the delivery boys escape out of a jam there to finish that one, winning the game 9-8, taking the first game of this series here on prime time tonight.
Wow, I think we were all holding our breath there, waiting for that other run to cross, but McDonut showing what he's made of, gets it done. Moves up a run, and just short of making the 10-run mark again from his last few. So good aggressive approach there, and Eduardo putting a lot up of his own, but McDonut escapes.
Yeah, that was nicely done there from both players to really go back and forth. The box score of this game, really, really exciting. 14 hits apiece from both of them, and 9-8 the score. So there was production all around. We really got the runs that were promised out of both players. We didn't really see too much in the far pitching expertise. You know, a lot of good corners and stuff, but these guys were mashing tonight, and a lot of good run production from both of them. You know, bunting and stealing bases as well. So just really good to see. Great way to start off this Sunday night.
Battle of the food, pizza up 1. We'll see if the Steaks can take one of their own.
Yes, indeed. We'll be right with you for Game 2, folks, in just a few moments. Hang tight with us as we take a quick break. We'll see you in a few. All right, welcome back, folks, as we load in here to Colonial Plaza, the site of Game 2 and the home of Eduardo and his Kansas City Sirloins.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Colonial. I love this stadium. It's very pretty.
Yeah, beautiful day game we have here. Hopefully no visibility issues for either player. As we see the Sirloins take the field, Bugsy Snuggs is going to be starting things off. McDonut taking game 1 by a score of 9-8. Back and forth all the way throughout. Very, very exciting baseball we just saw. Let's see how these two follow it up in game 2 as Bugsy's first pitch. A slider over the plate. And quickly behind on the count is Spicy Jalapeno.
Yeah, definitely another tough starting pitcher, and also adding a change to his repertoire.
Ooh, that one's hit hard up the middle. Good start for Spicy Jalapeno. And McDonut to lead off the game with a single. And we'll see Anchovies get her chance to hit. Good speed at first now, the leadoff hitter.
See if he's taking off here.
Yeah, we saw some base running from both players in the last game. A lot of speed, good spread. Pickoff attempt by Eduardo. Unsuccessful there. Oh, and there goes the runner. Great jump. Eduardo was just not looking at him on that pitch. And McDonut gets ahead in the count. Got the runner in scoring position with no outs here in the first. Looking to try and break this open early, perhaps. That one's hit hard. Wiggins can't make the play. It's short. Perhaps needed to jump for it. The speed. Got to test the arm of Tish Ballin, and the throw gets there in time. What a play.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
Job.
I thought he was in, and then as I saw him rounding third, it became more and more apparent that he just didn't quite have the legs.
Yeah, gave it a decent ride too. 3-1 count. And that one's lifted to left. Out number 2.
You can see McDonut eager to start off this game with a big run, but Eduardo, nice defense there. And we see a good second out here. Perhaps he'll find his way out of that little bit of a jam. Another pickoff, good speed on Chovies, the right fielder at first base. Great pitch from Eduardo there against Ann Sausage. And swinging at the high cheese, 96 miles an hour, can't catch up to it. Just too high for him. Good strikeout for out number 3, and we head to the bottom of the first, so the Sirloins get their chance to hit. Score 0-0.
Yeah, showing some patience there. Doing the right thing, though. Getting it done, but unfortunately, he got thrown out at the plate there. Still a scoreless game.
Yeah, great defense here on Match of the Week from both teams tonight. Besides the error we did see late in last game. We'll see Pepperoni taking the mound. Looks like perhaps we saw the number 4 starter at last game from the Delivery Boys, as that one's lifted to center by Cook for out number 1. Now we'll see the 8th for the Delivery Boys coming out in game 2, as he's got a series hanging in a bit of an alternate rotation right now.
I believe Eduardo only had 3, maybe 4 games played. Kind of surprising to see Hammerlong Ballo just getting his first homer there in the last game.
Yeah, Eduardo, though, pretty much a pure contact hitter, I believe. I don't see him power swinging too much. Ooh, and a great forkball, well placed by McDonut. Gets Hammer looking for out number 2. And we'll see Costanza step in. The 3-hole hitter, 348 average, but no dingers, no RBIs thus far in the season. That one was hit hard, though, up the middle with 2 outs. Going to be a 2-out single. Brings up Boomer Cartone.
Whatever it takes, just get those base runners on. That's the name of the game.
That pitch was right over the middle end portion of the plate, and Eduardo does not miss it. Hits it hard right through the hole, and he'll have himself an opportunity with Preston Anonymous, runner in scoring position, and 2 outs. 2 men on for Anonymous. That forkball missing. Excuse me. Missed location, but is a strike. And Spicy Jalapeno, though, gets the line out over at second base for out number 3, and we'll head to the top of the second inning. 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Delivery Boys coming up.
Yeah, looking to see that same aggressive approach here. Let's see if we can scrape one over.
Here's Anita Slice. Contact versus righties is engaged. She swings at that one over the inside part of the plate. Tish Ballin does dive for it, but it bounces in front of her, so McDonut going to start this off with a leadoff single. Brings out Mati Cheese, 433 average for the shortstop. He bunts, but it's going to go foul. Trying to sneak that up the first base line. And then Monty swings at one. It's bounced over to Cook at first. He has too much speed. Does Monty cheese to make a double play opportunity. So the fielder's choice is all Eduardo's is going to get. And we'll see 1 out and 1 man on here for Bell Pepper.
Yeah, good job by Eduardo there. Looks like he's back to square one and might happen again.
Another fielder's choice. Those balls just not quite hit hard enough to turn those double plays. So a runner will get the second base. He's got decent speed, but a 2-out situation for the delivery boys where Ham Slice will need a hit to try and bring him across.
No, inside.
1-1 the count, and Ham Slice hits it hard. But Hammer Lombolo is able to get their line drive in right field. It's going to be out number 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Sirloins.
Yeah, Pepperoni, pretty efficient last inning. See if he can continue it here.
Yeah, high velocity, high jump. Interesting pitch selection. 5 pitches. Got the 2-seam and the forkball included, along with the 4-seam changeup and curveball that you'll see on a lot of builds. Quickly 1-1 against Willard Wiggins is Pepperoni. Ooh, that one brushes him back a little bit. Just a missed location from McDonut and evens the count. And now we'll see it run full. The payoff pitch. Fouled away. 3-2 forkball. Hit pretty well up the middle by Eduardo, but couldn't sneak it away from the second baseman, Spicy Jalapeno, and we'll see Damian Rush come up now after the 1-out ground, or the ground out.
And Pepperoni with the walk prone there. You're going to want to see her try to get people out as fast as they can.
Yeah, don't want to run too many 3-ball counts. Eduardo swinging at the first pitch. That middle end 2-seamer hit well to center field, but unable to really get anywhere with it. It's going to be out number 2. And that one's hit hard as well to Monty Cheese at shortstop. And we'll see that gathered up and thrown over to first easily for out number 3. So we're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. We're still scoreless in this one.
Yeah, not too much damage been taken there. Just 1 hit, but here we are. Still scoreless.
That one's lifted behind the plate. First pitch swinging was McDonut. Preston Donovan makes the play, and it turns the lineup over for Spicy Jalapeno. First pitch swinging again is McDonut. That one's lifted to center. So a couple quick outs for the Sirloins. And we'll see Anchovies come up to the plate. She's 1 for 1 tonight. That one's hit over to second base. Lloyd Cook gathers it. Makes the throw to first. That's going to be out number 3. So a quiet inning from the delivery boys that time in the top of the 3rd. And we'll see 9-1 and 2 coming up for the Loins. Bugsy Snuggs getting his first chance to hit. And the lineup will be turning over.
Bugsy Snuggs. That's outside.
Fastball, check swung at, ends up being a ball. Eduardo's been exhibiting a pretty good eye tonight. That one hit by Snuggs. I don't think Ham Slice is going to get there, no. So pitcher hit, leads off the inning. Nicely done by Eduardo to start it up.
I believe he's playing shallow there too, but just perfectly placed by the pitcher. Unbelievable job.
Yeah, sometimes that inside 2-seamer just able to get too much wood on that. That ball's hit hard by Lloyd Cook to start off his at-bat. First pitch swinging. Going to be up the middle, so now 2 runners are on for Hammer Lombolo. A bit of danger brewing for the delivery boys. Eduardo swinging at the first pitch again. Misses the 100-mile-an-hour heater. That one off the glove of Pepperoni. Will Lombolo get the first? He does. So everybody's safe. That is a huge
This is what you want if you're Eduardo.
Yeah, it's looking great. He's got his number 3 hitter. Like I stated earlier, she's got no RBIs on this season. Could be a double play opportunity. She's going to have too much speed. She beats it to first base. The run will score, so Costanza gets her first RBI of the season. Eduardo opens this game up now to 1-0, but McDonut does make an out on the play. Anita Slice makes the play over to third base quickly on the first pitch swinging again. Is Eduardo just a lot of aggressiveness out of his bat here for out number 2.
Doing what he needs to. Looked like before, when there was no outs, looked like he had a chance at the plate, but going to first for the out.
That
Will there
one's
be
hit
another
hard.
one?
Ooh, we see another play at the plate in this game. Great throw by Anchovies in right field for out number 3. He was trying to add on there, but he did score 2. So getting ahead in this one. Let's see if this game has the back and forth quality that the last one did, finishing 9-8, game number 1.
Bugsy looking locked in too.
Outside.
Ground beef is up. He's got inside pitch. So Eduardo probably trying to pitch around that. We see that one missing outside. Count runs full quickly. That one inside, hit hard, but Wiggins jumping just in time to make the play. It's going to be out number 1.
Smashed, but great job by the shortstop just to jump up and get it.
Starts off the next at bat with a strike there, right at the knees. Ian Sausage, the first baseman, crushes it to left. That baby is going to have some distance on it. And the delivery boys cut the lead in half with a moonshot.
Woo! Right over the Sirloin's bullpen. 441-15, huh? Number 5 on the season.
Yes, McDonut's been hitting a few. Number 5 for Ian Sausage. Opposite field, crushed. That low pitch getting taken advantage of. And that one's over the glove of the jumping Lloyd Cook. We'll see extra bases perhaps here for McDonut. Yeah, he gets into second standing up. So nicely done. 1-out double following the homer.
Here come the delivery boys. See if we can tie it up here.
Ball outside.
Here's Monty Cheese, batting .419. That one's hit to left, opposite field. It's going to find some grass. McDonut does not challenge after Tish Ballin let him know in the first inning that she was not going to make it easy on him. So first and third situation. Eduardo looking for the double play. And ooh, everybody's running. McDonut going for the squeeze to tie the game.
Ballsy move there. This one looks like it might drop.
Ooh, and it's off the glove of Wiggins. Eduardo almost makes the play there. Really great timing, great dive, but not much you can do as it bounces off the glove. And we'll see the game get tied up here with 1 out. Runners at first and second.
You're just looking for some force outs here. He's got it set up right where he needs it.
Quickly behind 0-2. Ooh, and just no placement there on the reticle from McDonut. Ham slice strikes out swinging.
And sure, we'll take some Ks when you can get them. Just one more.
The infield or outfield shallow. Not going to be needed though as it's lined to third base. Cartone makes the play, but not before the game is tied up here. Back and forth indeed with these two trading runs. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-2.
Pepperoni back out on the hill. Just want to get a stop here.
Both these players showing up to play here on Match of the Week tonight. No shortage of runs, no shortage of action for sure. Second pitch of the at-bats hit over to Anita Slice at third. She makes the throw over to first base to Ann Sausage. Will be out number 1. Damian Rush, first pitch swinging, grounds it to Slice again. Almost a carbon copy of the last play. And we'll see Tish Ballin step into the box with 2 outs after the repeat grounders. You can see both these guys swinging on a lot of early counts, trying to get those runners on, keep scoring. That one's grounded to short, though. Tish Ballin, unable to get anything going there with 2 outs. Makes the ground out for out number 3. And we'll head to the top of the 5th, halfway through this one. Score 2-2.
That's exactly what you need when you're McDonut there. Just 3 quick outs right after scoring. Let's see if you can add on.
First pitch swinging. Stanza makes the play over at first. She takes it herself. So Spicy Jalapeno makes the out. That'll bring up Anchovies.
Inside.
Snug's pitch count getting steadily higher as this game goes on. He's starting to diminish a little bit in velocity. That one hit over to Stanza, another repeat grounder for the first 2 outs of the 5th inning.
Still pretty efficient.
What can't be is 2-2 just to keep matching up with each other, I wonder. Nice pitch there from Eduardo, trying to get him to bite. And he does. He throws 3 outside breaking balls, and eventually McDonut does swing at one. lifts it to rush in center field for out number 3, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th.
Bugsy maybe looking for another single here. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, Eduardo having a couple decent at-bats with his starting pitchers in this series, and what do you know, BK? Look at that. Right off the end of the bat. You can't hit a bleeder much slower than that and get it through the infield, but Bugsy makes it happen.
Knows what he has to do to try to get his team a lead.
Yeah, continuing to try and help himself. Turns the lineup over for Lloyd Cook. Ooh, swinging on the fastball behind 0-2 in the count. Here comes the fork. Hit decent by Cook to just get a bat on it, but Jalapeno makes the play on the liner. The runner's going to stay at first base and will bring up Hammerlong Ballo. Ooh, and that one's hit hard, but right at Jalapeno. 4-6 over to 3 for the double play, and the delivery boys get out of that one. We head to the top of the 6th.
Not what you want when you're Hammerlong Ballo, the twin killer.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a buzzkill for Eduardo. Could definitely feel, you know, perhaps a rally brewing. You hit that ball hard. But now we've got Ann Sausage. He had that homer last at bat, batting 400 on the season. Eduardo gets McDonut again on the outside breaking ball to lift one into the outfield. Tish ball and makes the play in left center field. We're out number 1, and it'll bring up Anita Slice
For a 3rd hit.
Ooh, that fastball not missed by Anita Slice. Good hit by McDonut right up the middle. Gets the runner on with 1 out. And we'll see Mati Cheese bat here in the 6th inning with the man on.
And that one was smacked. 99 power right through the center.
Yeah, can't possibly hit one harder than that. Mati swings at that one. It could be a double play opportunity. He's got some legs on him, and it does end up being a fielder's choice. That one just not hit hard enough to get the 5-4-3 double play done. So we'll have some speed at first after the 2nd out is made on the fielder's choice for Bell Pepper. And Bell Pepper gets into one here right off the hands. Nicely done to push it into the outfield for a hit. Keeps the inning going with 2 outs. And we'll have 2 men on for Ham Slice, who homered in the last game.
Great change.
Yeah, that one painted the corner. Eduardo now evening up the count at 1-1. Tish Ballin does not dive for it, but she makes the throw to home, so everyone's going to stay where they're at, and that'll bring up the pitcher Pepperoni. I think we're going to see that 5-bar bullpen get utilized as McDonut goes for the lift here. Who's coming up?
The stuffed crust.
Yeah, the big power hitter off the bench, and ooh, swinging on the first pitch, breaking ball, lifts it just behind second base, and Lloyd Cook makes the out for out number 3, so no damage there from the pinch hitter. As we see the game remain tied at 2-2, heading into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Way too over-aggressive there with the pinch hitter coming up. You can't do that with 2 outs. Bases juiced.
Now back, the first baseman, number 52.
Here comes Costanza here, the 3-hole hitter for the Sirloins. Zesty Meatball, who we did not see in the last game, is going to come in. Starts off not so hot with a dribbler off his glove, and Stanza's going to reach after she does not make great contact with that one.
Hey, they'll take anything about now.
And here's Cartone behind in the count after the first pitch, 0-1. That one's hit hard, and Anita Slice just can't react. That curveball smashed into the corner, and that's going to be extra bases for Cartone. And now it's dangerous looking for the Sirloins here, as they have 2 runners in scoring position with no outs for Preston and Adonis. How will McDonut approach this?
I believe these are 2 switch hitters coming back-to-back, so good opportunity for him.
Eduardo looking to hit that one off the glove of the diving Mati Cheese. That will score the run, and the Kansas City Sirloins take the lead 3-2 off the infield hit by Preston Adonis.
I stand corrected. This is a left-handed hitter.
Ooh, and Wiggins' first pitch swinging. He looks the runner back. Nice job there by McDonut to keep Eduardo at third base. But he makes the second out, and or first out, excuse me. So fortunate there. Oh, and that one is crushed. I don't know if it's going to get out. Anchovies jumps. Oh, and she can't get there. Not timed. And that one is a 3-run home run. Absolutely a dagger for the Sirloins in the heart of the Delivery Boys.
Didn't take much, 370, but those short walls at Colonial definitely comes into play.
Yeah, Damian Rush, low contact, high power. Gets it done, and Eduardo did not miss it going Oppo Taco. Tish Ballin lifts that one on the next pitch to center field for out number 2.
And will Bugsy stay in here?
Bugsy gets another
Number
hit.
3.
He's got to stay in. Number 3.
Why would I even question him?
I have no idea. He's going to get locked in just by performing at the plate. It doesn't really matter how he's pitching. Now we'll see Lloyd Cook step in as he crushes one to center field. Bell Pepper is going to range back there. She gets to the warning track and makes the play for out number 3, but not before Eduardo strikes for 4 runs on the back of a 3-run homer from Damian Rush. We head to the top of the 7th. 6-2 is the score.
Yeah, that is huge heading late into this game. We'll see how much longer Bugsy's in there. 68 pitches, though. Still pretty efficient.
There's a hit from the Delivery Boys to start things off, so wasting no time on the first pitch breaking ball. We'll see Anchovy step in.
He's going to lose his mojo there a little bit, though. See if he can regroup.
He's down to neutral. He's starting to get tired, too. Everything's diminishing. The runner goes. Good jump. The pitch out. Still can't even beat him. So the runner's in scoring position now for Anchovies, and she hits that one into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. And that'll be a run for the Delivery Boys. So the lead now cut to 3. Immediately striking back are the Delivery Boys once again. Let's see if he can rally.
Pizza toppings do it again late.
Yeah, top of the 7th. Good speed at first. No outs. Runs already scored in this inning. Behind on the count is ground beef 2-1. Or 1-2. Evened up now. McDonut looking for his pitch. Count runs full. Here comes the payoff pitch. And picked off at first. He's heading back. It's a foot race. He's in there.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done from McDonut to stay alive there. Ooh, and Lloyd makes the play, stealing away a hit. Almost turns a double play, too. If McDonut had strayed away from the base just a hair further, could have got it done. So out number 1 is made there by Lloyd.
Those are both stung back-to-back, but what a dive by second base.
Yeah, Eduardo can't be making a mistake, and that one's into the gap. That one gets over the glove again of Wiggins. We'll see if he challenges the arm of Rush. Yeah, he's going to head home. And, yep, he's in there. Good speed.
Just not enough.
Just not enough on the arm. Eduardo has the best arm, it looks like, on Tish Ballin, so Damian Rush couldn't quite get there. Now the lead is cut to 2, and that one will sneak into the outfield. Nice opposite field piece of hitting for McDonut. Puts the runners at first and third base for Matzi Cheese, who's already have a single in this game. Runners go on the bunt, but the bunt foul again. He attempts it again. The squeeze. Uh-oh, he's caught between third and home. And everybody's going to be safe, so the bases are juice.
Pretty good base running there, too. Loading him up only with 1 out.
He keeps going for the squeeze. That one sneaks foul. Maybe he tries to shorten up now and swing with Bell Pepper. She hits that one. It's up the middle, but Lloyd Cook makes the play, sends it to second over to first for the double play. And that'll end the threat. The Delivery Boys scored twice, but the lead remains. Now it's 6-4 in favor of the Sirloins. Heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch again, folks.
Yeah, good job by both of them. But pretty good job by Eduardo, too. Just to limit damage and keep it a 2-run lead.
Here's Hammer, and he hits that one hard to left. Looks like it's going to hang right on the warning track as Ham slides. His glove looked to be right above the wall. Even maybe if he wasn't there, that might sneak over, but nicely done. Make the catch in left field nonetheless. Brings up Stanza once more.
Yeah, that was a scary one. Thought he might try a jump there, but making the right decision.
McDonut utilizing that fork ball on this reliever, just like he did on the starter. Nice curveball, gets him swinging. Eduardo just can't quite reach that one low and inside from the lefty. And we'll see Boomer Cartone have another opportunity here in the 7th inning with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, he sends it up the middle for a single, keeps the inning alive.
Just base runners, just get them on, keep the lead going.
That's the name of the game. Any moment Eduardo can add to this lead, he's going to try and take advantage of. That one's hit hard, but it's right at Cheese, hanging out there at shortstop for out number 3. We head to the top of the 8th. Score still 6-4. The delivery boys looking to hop back in this one.
And can Bugsy keep it up after giving 2 runs up the last inning? He's starting to tire. I don't know how much longer he can go.
Yeah, Eduardo's got him on 85-plus pitches now. This is the famed Eduardo starter run, but a leadoff single's been given up to Ham Slice, so we'll probably see a pinch hitter come in for the delivery boys, and perhaps Bugsy will get lifted, but he is 3 for 3, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Still 3 bullpen pitchers left in that delivery boy bullpen.
Yeah, a lot of good arms to hold this down. That one's grounded to second base, hit so hard, but right at Lloyd Cook, so 4-6-3 goes the double play. That's just what the doctor ordered for Eduardo. And that'll bring up Spicy Jalapeno with 2 outs. He hits that one. It'll find grass out there in left field. Tish Ballin gathers it up. Keeps him at first base with the single. 2-out hit for the delivery boys.
Love the approach there, too, just with the contact hit.
Yeah, just trying to set the tables. Anchovies puts a charge into one. I think Damian Rush is going to have enough speed to get there. And he does, right in front of the warning track. So no damage in the end there from the delivery boys. The Sirloins will get their chance in the bottom of the 8th to hit and try and add to this lead.
Looks like he's going to the closer an inning early here. Thin Crust with the 2-seamer and the change. See what he can do.
Yeah, we saw Thin Crust last game close things down. Perhaps trying to get his short reliever in and out of the way. If this one might go for some length. He's got a ton of velo as well. Perhaps just betting that Eduardo might not be able to catch up with it. Going to utilize that specialist. Gets him 1, 2, 3 pitches, sit down. Willard Wiggins misses that 101-mile-an-hour heater high. And we've got Damian Rush now stepping in after the strikeout.
Yeah, that high cheddar can't be easy.
First pitch swinging is Rush. Ian Sausage makes the play behind first base. Easy foul out for out number 2. And the 8-hole hitter Tish Ballin is going to step in.
That's another thing that comes into play with the Colonial. Tons of foul ground space, so definitely don't want to hit it foul anywhere.
Yeah, no, you don't. Especially now if you're McDonut, as this is the last chance for him going into the top of the 9th. Eduardo looking for the split after falling 9-8 to the delivery boys last game in game 1.
Yeah, late inning magic. See if he brings it again.
That one's going to find some gap space to start off the inning. That's a great way to really start off for the McDonut. Nice double right in the left center field gap. We'll see Ian Sausage with the home run already tonight and a double step in. He's the tying run. Here comes Shay D.
I like the move.
She was hit pretty hard last game though, but yeah, definitely need to get a fresh arm in there if you're Eduardo. That one, an outside pitch hit off the end of the bat. That'll get the runner over to third, but it'll be out number 1 as well. Here's Anita Slice. She's locked in 4 for 4. Behind in the count is Eduardo. Oh, and that one perhaps just missed by Anita Slice. It's going to be deep enough for the sac fly, though, as the lead will now be cut to just 1 run. But there's 2 outs in the 9th inning, and Mozzie Cheese is going to step in. The last chance here for the delivery boys to come away with the sweep.
Bottom of the order, but 2 for 4. We'll see.
He hits it over to third base. Boomer Cartone there for the lineout. Makes the catch for out number 3. And the delivery boys fall to the Kansas City Sirloins by a score of 6-5. 2 one-run ball games tonight. back and forth all the way through. I think this was some really great baseball we got to see.
Yeah, great matchup. One for the pizzas, one for the steaks. You love to see the split there.
Yeah,
Great job
indeed
by
you do.
both of them.
Yeah, great job by both of our players putting on a very, very entertaining set of games tonight in the AAA. You really, really love to see that. Like I said just now, it was back and forth all the way throughout, and it was pure entertainment too. They were hitting the ball hard. They were running the bases. There wasn't a lot of shenanigans as far as bad plays made, too many errors. It was a pretty straight up series and just really, really, really good to see.
Yeah, both of them played very hard. Lots of good defense, some mishaps, but both of them getting it done at home, and both earned a split.
Yeah, earning a split big here for both teams on Match of the Week. McDonut making his primetime debut, scoring a total of, I think, 14 runs. And then Eduardo answering as well. He scored 6 in this one and 8 in the last one, so 14 runs as well. Both these two just lighting up the scoreboard tonight. That was exactly what was prescribed, and that's what we got. So great job for both of our players tonight. We're going to be moving on now in just a few minutes, in about 10 minutes time, to our XBL matchup of the week, a playoff rematch between Weaver for Prez and his Catella Crazies versus Light Snack, a.k.a. Floribel, a.k.a. your other play-by-play announcer, and his Beaky Bay Birdies. So that's going to be really exciting. You do not want to miss that playoff matchup between those two titans of the XBL. And yeah, just great job tonight for both of these players in the AAA. It was a really entertaining series. BK, do you have any final thoughts on what we just saw?
Just great job by both players. Thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for having me in the booth again. Hopefully I'll get to do it again sometime. And love what everybody does here. Just keep getting those games in and play your hardest. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much, BK. Yeah, thanks for joining me in the booth tonight. It was a great call, great games that we just got to see, and we're going to be seeing some more in just a few minutes. So hang tight on the channel, folks, or just come back in 10. We'll see you soon. Have a great night if you're not going to join us for the XBL matches. Stay safe.
So.